Welcome to the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Tuesday, August 24th. We will continue to have significant smoke impacts across the Great Basin through the middle of the week, especially over western Nevada. Visibilities will be very low with poor air quality. As troughs pass by the northern areas of the Great Basin, we could have some isolated showers tomorrow over parts of central Idaho and central and northeast Utah, and then also on Thursday, again, central Idaho, and then Thursday morning, possibly still over eastern Utah. We will have gusty southwest winds over the southern and eastern half of the Great Basin through midweek with low relative humidity. However, fuels are not critical. We could see some holdovers pop up, but for the most part, significant smoke impacts will be the main impact. Looking at our 6,000-foot smoke level, you can see obviously significant smoke across the Great Basin. These conditions will not change in the next few days. Over the last 24 hours, we've seen no real precipitation across the Great Basin and just a few isolated thunderstorms over parts of northeast Utah. Great Basin fire activity has been light, with just a few smaller fires reported over parts of Utah, eastern Nevada, and up into central Idaho. Over the last 7 days, precipitation has been well above normal over the eastern half of the Great Basin and also over the last 2 weeks. Still, drier areas remain over the western two-thirds of Nevada and also into southwest Idaho. Currently, our ERCs have dropped but are rising back slowly with warmer and drier conditions across the Great Basin. Many areas of western Nevada up into western Idaho are still showing ERCs between about the 70th and 80th percentile. The rest of the area over southern and the eastern half of the region are showing low ERCs, and again, due to the moisture we've seen recently. Looking at some of our ERC charts in the drier spots of southwest Idaho, ERCs have returned to closer to normal, and they remain above normal over western Nevada and the Sierra Front. Satellite image from this morning shows a trough of low pressure along the west coast, and this will continue with southwest breezy winds across the Great Basin today and also continue to push smoke across the area from fires across California and the northwest. Looking at our weather pattern for later today, this trough will move inland over the Pacific Northwest and again could generate a few isolated showers late today over parts of central or northern Utah. However, otherwise drier conditions are expected. Gusty winds again, out ahead of this trough will impact mainly southern and eastern Nevada into western Utah, but most gusts will remain in the 20s, with some gusts up around 30 miles per hour. However, relative humidity will remain in the single digits to low teens. So again, just due to recent precipitation and lightning, we could see some holdovers in some of these areas, but for the most part, it will generally be the air quality impacts across the Great Basin. As we move into Wednesday, we still have this trough of low pressure moving across northern areas. So again, we will see a better chance of some showers or thunderstorms over parts of central and northeast Utah, and also over parts of central Idaho. Still generally low fire potential with the exception of moderate fire potential across drier areas of western areas of the Great Basin. On Wednesday, winds will pick up a little bit as that trough does move east into the Great Basin. We will see those southwest winds increase to above 30 miles per hour with some local gusts around 40 miles per hour over eastern Nevada into western Utah and also up into eastern Idaho, Wyoming, and northern Utah. Relative humidity will be a little bit higher in the higher elevations, so again, could see some holdovers in some areas where relative humidity is lower. Again, but we will see some clouds and some showers as well. On Thursday, this trough of low pressure swings by to the east, so with the exception of some morning showers or thunderstorms over eastern Utah, we will see drier conditions, also cooler temperatures as we move through midweek with that trough moving across. On Thursday, still some breezy winds over the eastern half of the Great Basin, but they will decrease from what we will see on Wednesday, generally gusts in the 20s to low 30s. Relative humidity will be elevated with some cooler temperatures over the eastern half of the Great Basin and still in the single digits across Nevada. Forecast amounts of precipitation are shown here. Again, generally light precipitation with isolated showers and thunderstorms over parts of the eastern half of Utah and central Idaho. As we move into the weekend, we have another area of low pressure dropping into the Pacific Northwest, likely pushing some cloud cover across parts of Idaho on Friday, maybe even some isolated showers or thunderstorms in central Idaho late in the day on Friday. Generally low fire potential over the eastern half of the Great Basin, but obviously due to some drying and warmer conditions, we will see much of Nevada really dry out, also up into southwest Idaho and even parts of western Utah and southern Nevada. On Saturday, this trough continues to push eastward across the Great Basin, again bringing another brief cool down of temperatures in the northern half of the area and also some showers and thunderstorms. Still generally low fire potential with these thunderstorms moving through, as temperatures will be cooler, relative humidity will be higher, and we will get some light showers in areas where fuels are not as critical. Going into Sunday and the early part of next week, drier conditions are expected across the Great Basin. So again, we will see moderate fire potential over the western half of the region, and this will continue into Monday. 7-day total amounts of precipitation are not much different than the 3-day. Again, we will see some additional showers and thunderstorms this weekend, potentially especially across Idaho. The 8 to 14-day outlook taking us into the first week of September shows warmer and drier conditions for northern and western areas of the Great Basin. However, we will see a return of monsoon moisture as we go into the early part of September. This will mainly affect the southern half of the Great Basin. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back tomorrow for the latest updates.